is here to greet you, everybody, everywhere. Every Friday at this time he comes to say hello by air. For a pan of Vitalis, two products you should know on the Alan Young Show.
Well, it's Friday again, and as usual, we take you to the Little White Cottage in Van Nuys, California, where we find the star of our show, that young man who is young today and young forever, Alan Young. Well, there doesn't seem to be anyone home. And if Alan isn't home, there's only one place he can be, over at Betty's house.
Betty.
Yes, Alan?
Betty, let's sit on the porch swing together.
Oh, Alan, when we sit on the porch swing, all you ever do is just rock back and forth.
I won't just rock back and forth tonight, Betty.
You won't?
Sideways.
Well, Alan, if you like, let's sit down.
Thanks, Betty. Comfortable, isn't it? Gee, Betty, I'm a lucky guy. Now, you could be sitting on this swing with plenty of other fellas.
Oh, I'd rather be with you, Alan.
What made you choose me, Betty?
Well, Harry is very handsome, and Joe is very intelligent. But you, Alan, you're so different.
Thanks, Betty. Betty, as long as you like me so much and I like you so much, well, how would you like to walk down the aisle with me next week?
Oh, Alan, do you mean it?
Yeah, I got a free pass to the Bijou Theater.
Oh, Alan, I thought you were talking about marriage.
I can't think of marriage, Betty. I haven't any money saved up.
Well, Alan, I thought of a way to save money.
Hmm?
Every time you kiss me goodbye, I'll charge you 10 cents. And then I'll save up all the dimes.
10 cents a kiss, huh?
That's right. And now before you go, Alan, I'm all puckered up.
10 cents, huh?
That's right. For 10 cents, you can kiss me.
Care to shake hands?
Oh, Alan. Well, I've got to go in now and prepare dinner for Daddy. I'll see you later.
Okay, bye, Betty. Oh, Margie, I'm always thinking of you, Margie. Someday Betty and I'll get married and settle right down here in Van Nuys. Such nice people around here. Oh, Mrs. Tyler. Oh, Mrs. Meadowbrook. Lovely day today. Here's Mrs. Daniels' drugstore. I'll just weigh myself in the scale outside.
Hello, Alan.
Oh, hello, Mrs. Johnson. Just weighing myself on the scale here. 192 pounds. If I show Betty this card, 192. Okay, Mrs. Johnson, you can have your baby back now.
Oh, that's all right, Alan. Just put him back in the baby carriage. I've been watching him out here while my other children are in the drugstore.
Yeah, you've got quite a large family, haven't you, Mrs. Johnson?
Yes, and the things those children do.
Yeah.
Oh, just look at them in that drugstore. Herbert, stop feeding Jimmy those Band-Aids. And you, Jimmy, get your soda straw out of that Chanel number 5.
Cute youngsters.
As I was saying, Alan, Michael, put down those tweezers and give Donald back his eyebrows.
Did the same things when I was a kid.
Oh, they're such a responsibility. Bruce, get that whipped cream off Albert's head. Just because his head is pointy doesn't mean he looks good with a cherry on top.
Nice seeing you again, Mrs. Johnson.
Oh, Alan, you can do me a very big favor.
Yeah?
I have to take all the children over for haircuts, so would you please watch Junior in the baby carriage till I get back?
Well, Mrs. Johnson...
Oh, thank you, Alan. Come on, kiddies.
They went that way. What a bunch of kids. This little one in the carriage here is really cute. I think the little fella's trying to say something to me. What's the matter there, Junior? What was that?
What's the
like he's going to grow up and sell tobacco. What a cute little fella. Kitty, kitty, coo. Yeah. Gee, certainly is roly-poly. Oh, no, I'm standing at the wrong end of the carriage. Gee, little boy, I hope your mother gets back here soon. But you have nothing to worry about, do you? You just lie there soaking in the sunshine. Nice little man.
Beautiful day today, isn't it?
I didn't know their voices changed so early. Oh, hello there, officer.
Well, that's a mighty fine-looking youngster you have there.
Thanks, officer. Looks just like me, doesn't he?
Yes, he certainly does. Well, I'm glad to see you're taking such good care of him. You know, there's been a wave of abandoned babies in the neighborhood lately.
Imagine anybody abandoning his own child. It's the most awful thing a person could do.
Just look at those rosy cheeks, that smooth skin, and those tiny little ears.
Yes, thanks, officer. The baby's kind of cute, too.
You know, if anybody ever abandoned a baby on my beat, I'd tear 'em limb from limb.
Oh, I wouldn't blame you one bit, officer. By the way, if you're going to stay on this corner for a while, maybe I could leave this baby with you.
What was that?
Just going to leave the baby with you for a while.
Listen, Bud, you leave that baby for 1 minute and I'll call headquarters.
Oh, officer, you don't understand. This isn't my baby.
Wait a minute. You yourself said the baby looked like you.
Well, that doesn't prove a thing. A lot of people look alike. Well, there's probably some poor fellow in this country that looks just like you.
Oh, well, wise guy, huh? Now start wheeling that carriage, Bud, and don't stop till you get home.
But I tell you...
I'm walking right with you, see, so start pushing.
Yes, sir.
You walk on that side of the carriage, and I'll walk on this side.
You want me to wheel it home?
Well, have you got any other suggestions?
We could go over to bride and groom and tell them how we first met.
Say, friends, got a mirror handy? Okay, take a look in it. Now then, smile. How is that smile of yours? Is it bright and sparkling, enough to make you proud of it? Well, look, here's a way to help that smile of yours to a new brightness, a radiance you never thought possible.
Just brush your teeth with Ipana toothpaste, and every time you do, put a little extra Ipana on your fingertip and gently massage it on your gums.
Your teeth will be brighter, your smile more sparkling, for Ipana is designed not only to clean your teeth, but with gentle massage to aid in the health of your gums. Just ask your dentist.
A national survey shows that 7 out of 10 dentists recommend gum massage. Not only that, but dentists themselves prefer Ipana toothpaste 2-to-1 over any other dentifrice for their own personal use.
So why don't you start right away with Ipana toothpaste and gum massage? Ipana, for a brighter, more sparkling smile. Well, Alan Young has had a blessed event. Yes, that's right. He's just come into possession of 8.5 pounds of trouble. Through a misunderstanding, the policeman on the corner insisted that Alan take Mrs. Johnson's baby home. So let's look in on Alan's house and see how Daddy Young and his pal Zero are doing.
Yeah. There. Zero, isn't he a cute little baby? But imagine getting him from a policeman.
Policeman? I better check up on my animals.
Check up on your animals?
Yeah, I always thought a baby was brought by a stork. This one was forced on you by a bull. That's a pretty funny joke I made up, huh?
Yes. There's no time for jokes. What am I going to do with this baby? The cop is walking up and down outside the house. I can't get past him.
Hey, I got an idea, Alan.
Yeah?
Why don't I get dressed up as a woman?
What good will that do, Zero?
I can smuggle him out in me bustle.
No, that wouldn't do.
Well, why not?
Well, he'd get suspicious, seeing a lady walk out of the house breathing at both ends. Better keep the baby here till that cop goes off duty. Bet that poor kid is really getting hungry, too.
Don't worry, Alan. I'll feed him.
That cop out there, walking back and forth, watching the house. Well, I'll bet that... Zero!
Yeah, Alan?
Babies drink milk. Take a nipple off that bottle of beer.
Hey, look, Alan, he likes this stuff. Just listen to him.
Zero, leave the baby alone. Besides, he's yawning. It's probably past his bedtime now.
Hey, Alan, let me rock him to sleep in my arms.
Okay, here, but be careful, Zero.
Gently. Oopsie daisy, little fella. Come to Uncle Zero. Attaboy. Rock-a-bye, baby, on the treetop. When the wind blows, the cradle will rock. When the ball...
He's sleeping.
Oh, yeah, Alan. He's sleeping.
You and that bottle?
Alan, it was only milk. I just put it in a beer bottle. Well, I'll get him to sleep.
I wonder who this is.
Hello, Alan.
Oh, hi, Betty. What's new?
Well, Alan, I was passing by, and I just had to come in and ask you about those things hanging on your clothesline.
Oh, those things on the clothesline. Yes, well, Betty, with the football season here, I'm washing my college pennants.
College pennants? But they're all white.
Yes, Lux University.
Stop being silly, Alan. Whose baby have you got in the house?
Oh, Betty, it's Mrs. Johnson. She left it with me. The cop outside thought it was mine, made me take it home. He's outside watching me.
Well, I'm sure I can explain the whole thing to the policeman, Alan. Where's the baby now?
Zero has him in the other room. He's trying to put him to sleep. Right in here, Betty.
Now, here's another bedtime story. Once upon a time, there was 3 bank robbers. Louie the Lug, Safe Crackin' Sam, and Randolph the Rat. One day, these 3 guys was robbing a bank. Randolph the Rat is parked outside with the motor running. Well, Louie and Sam make the grab, scram out of the bank, and what do you think happens? Randolph, not being able to resist present-day prices, sells the getaway car to a used car dealer. So there is Louie...
Zero!
Oh, hello, Alan. Hello, Mr. Pepper.
Hello, Zero.
Zero, what kind of a story is that to tell a little baby?
Well, it's keeping him quiet, Alan.
Oh, he's such a cuddly little baby. I hate to let him go. But we've got to get him back to Mrs. Johnson. Here, give him to me, Zero.
Okay, Mr. Pepper.
Open the door for me, please, Alan.
All right, Betty. Maybe you'll have better luck getting by that policeman. No, he's still there.
Well, I'll call him over, Alan, and explain the situation. Oh, officer.
Well, this makes me feel a lot better. Yes, sir, that's just where that baby belonged, in your wife's arms.
My wife? No, officer, this isn't my wife. This is the woman I love.
Alan, let me explain.
The 3 of you back together again. That's the way it should be.
But...
You know, confidentially, ma'am, I think the baby looks just like you.
But, officer...
And he kept saying the baby looked like him. But I know a normal baby when I see one.
But, officer, it isn't his baby, and not my baby either.
Now, wait a minute.
Oh, really, we're just taking the baby back to the corner and...
Nobody's abandoning a baby on my beat.
But, officer, you...
Come on now, back in the house, and be thankful that you have such a fine-looking youngster.
Yes, sir. Hey, Betty, I can't get out of the house with the baby.
What are we going to do with him? Or her? You haven't even told me what it is yet.
What do you mean, Betty?
Well, Alan, every baby must be either a boy or a girl.
Must be hampered by tradition.
Alan, maybe we can take... Oh, here comes Hubert Updike.
Killjoy was here. Filthy rich Updike. Gee, Betty, the baby. If Hubert finds out about that baby, he'll get me into worse trouble.
Well, Alan, I'll take Junior in the next room.
Okay. Gee, I gotta keep Hubert. It's annoying about this baby.
Oh, Alan, I'm here. Stand back, for I'm about to unfold my petals.
Oh, hello, Hubert.
Do you mind if I sit down, Alan? Oh, I'm exhausted.
Exhausted, huh?
The election drove me crazy.
What was the trouble, Hubert?
Well, you know how big my state is. The left wing is in California, and the right wing is in Arizona. And I couldn't figure out where to vote.
Yeah. Well, why didn't you vote in the North Wing?
They're not holding elections in Canada.
Yeah. Oh. Well, Hubert, it's nice talking to you, but I guess you've got a lot of things to do, so why don't you get going?
Alan, what was that?
Well, it's just my canary, that's all. Just a little canary. He always swings and misses that perch.
Alan, that sounds like a bobby.
A bobby?
going to open that door.
No, Hubert, no.
Oh, it's Batty, and she's holding a Barbie. Oh, heavens, I'm resigning from the Stork Club.
Hubert, let me explain.
Oh, Mother, hand me the broom. He's done me dirt again.
Hubert, you don't understand.
Yes, I understand perfectly. You and Batty eloped and got married.
We did not.
You did get married. You did. I'm going to commit suicide.
Oh, please, Hubert, calm down.
That's what I'm going to do, commit suicide. Tomorrow I'll climb up to the top of my dad's wallet and jump off. Oh, this is dreadful.
Well, Hubert, won't you please listen to reason?
Alan, I'm so mad I could burst a vessel. Queen Elizabeth, of course. I can't get over it. How could any girl give me up to marry Alan? Why, that's like turning down champagne to drink vinegar.
Listen, Hubert, we'd like to keep this quiet for just a little while longer. And if Mr. Dittenpepper ever heard about this...
Oh, well, don't worry, Alan. I'm your friend. I shall keep this secret. Mr. Dittenpepper will never know.
Oh, thanks, pal.
Well, don't worry, Alan. I won't breathe a word. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Oh, Papa Dittenpepper, Betty has a Barbie. She's married to Alan. Oh, Papa
Hello. Yes, operator, I'll hold on.
Oh, Mr. Woolington, I must use the phone.
Well, I'm sorry, Hubert. What's the hurry?
Well, I have something very important to tell Mr. Dittenpepper.
Oh, a bit of gossip, Hubert?
Yes, Mr. Woolington. It's you said... Well, no, I want to tell him about my new hand-painted necktie.
Oh, but Hubert, a lot of people wear neckties that are hand-painted.
By Rembrandt?
Now, Hubert, look, that isn't important enough to interrupt my call. You just wait your turn. After all, you're no better than any other ordinary man.
Ooh!
There!
Why, even Time and Tide waits for an Updike.
Well, I'm afraid you'll have to wait 60 seconds longer.
60 seconds? Heavens to Bristol Myers. Well, in 60 seconds, I could give myself a Vitalis workout.
Well, come to think of it, you could. Because that's all it takes, you know, to treat your hair and scalp to a workout that does wonders for your scalp as well as your hair. That's because Vitalis and the 60-second workout loosens a tight, dry scalp, routs loose dandruff, and helps prevent excessive falling hair. Not only that, there's no patent leather shine on your hair after you use Vitalis. No greasy, plastered-down look. Your hair looks well-groomed in a natural, masculine way. So get a bottle of Vitalis. It's available at all drug counters. And then take just 60 seconds to give your hair and scalp that stimulating and helpful Vitalis workout. Remember, if you want to look your best tomorrow, get a bottle of Vitalis tonight. And now it's time for the Smart Set with their arrangement of Old Buttermilk Sky.
Old Buttermilk Sky, I'm keeping my eye hid on you. What's the good word tonight? Are you gonna be mellow tonight? Old Buttermilk Sky, can't you see my little donkey and me? We're as happy as a Christmas tree, heading for the one I love. I'm gonna pop for the question. That question. Do you, darling, do you do? It'll be easy, so easy, if I can only bank on you. Oh, Buttermilk Sky, I'm telling you why. Now you know, keep it in mind tonight. Keep a-brushing those clouds aside. Oh, Buttermilk Sky, don't you fail me when I need you the most. Hang the moon above her hitching post. Hitch me to the one I love. You can if you try. Don't tell me no lie. Will you be mad? and bright tonight. Buttermilk sky. Buttermilk sky.
Well, Ellen and Betty tried to explain to Hubert how they got the baby. But Hubert is firmly convinced that Betty and Alan are secretly married. But let's look in on Mr. Ditton Pepper as he settles down in an easy chair to read the paper.
Well, it's certainly nice to relax here. Well, let's see about those football scores. Hello? Oh, hello, Hubert, my boy. What did you say? Betty married to Alan Young? Why, that's ridiculous. Betty and Alan can't be married. What's that? They've got a baby. Hubert, if this is true, I'll skin that Alan Young alive. What? Yes, you can put it in front of your fireplace. Yes. I'm going over to Alan's house right this minute, and if what you say is true, I'll break every bone in his body.
Well, Betty, pretty soon the cop will be off the beat and we can take the baby back to Mrs. Johnson.
Oh, I hate to give him back. He's so cute. Did you look like that when you were a baby, Alan?
Nah, I was a funny-looking kid. Big flappy ears.
Oh, no.
Yeah, big flappy ears. One day I fell out of my crib and almost glided into the kitchen.
Oh, Alan.
This one's real cute, though, Betty.
Alan, I think I'll take the baby in the next room and freshen him up before we get him back to Mrs. Johnson.
That's a good idea, Betty.
Do you have any talcum powder?
Oh, don't be silly. The kid won't be shaving for years yet.
Well, I'll go get him dressed and we'll be right back.
In a few minutes, we'll take the baby back. Mrs. Johnson will be happy. The cop will be happy. I'll be happy. Nothing can go wrong now. Wonder who that can be. Mm-hmm. Oh, it's you, Mr. Ditton Pepper. You certainly dropped over at the right time.
Hello, Alan.
Mr. Ditton Pepper, why are you looking at me like that?
There's a question I'd like to ask you. Are you married?
Thanks, but I'd rather settle down with a girl.
Alan Young, I've never felt like this before. I'm shaking and quivering all over. And do you know why I'm shaking and quivering?
Forgot to change to your longies?
Alan Young, you married Betty and you have a baby.
Oh, no, Mr. Pepper. You gotta believe me. You've really got it. If there's a baby in this house, I'll be a Dutch uncle.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, sure. If there's a baby in this house, I'll be a Dutch uncle.
Alan, the baby's dressed.
Oh, die Fleimende Steib, der Flupen, der Irrgarten, der Tüte, der Fliegen,
Betty, you acted against my wishes. You went out and married an idiot.
I did not marry Alan.
There's no use denying it. There's the baby right before my eyes. And you say that baby isn't yours? Why, Hey, he's a pretty cute-looking youngster. Well, look at him playing with my tie. Kitty-kitty-coo. Well, he kind of looks like his grandfather, doesn't he?
But Mr. Ditton Pepper,
Alan, my boy. I've always wanted a grandchild. He does look like me, doesn't he, Alan?
He'll lose that pot tummy as he grows up.
Alan, nothing you say can make me mad. I'm in my glory. My own little grandchild. Aren't you, my little man?
Hello, Mr. Ditton Pepper.
Hello, Zero. Now, what do you think of my grandchild?
Grandchild?
Zero, Mr. Ditton Pepper thinks this is Betty's baby. We gotta get him out of here.
Leave it to me, Alan. I'll think of something. Mr. Ditton Pepper, can I have the baby now?
All right, Zero. Do you want to hold the baby for a change?
No, I think I'll take him in the other room for a change.
Oh, Alan, that baby has made me a new man. I love everybody. Right now, I'm going to start handing out cigars. Say, there's a policeman outside the house. Hey, officer, come in here a minute.
Something I can do for you?
Yes. Step right in, officer. In honor of my new grandchild, I want you to have a cigar.
Well, thanks. I'm glad this young man has seen the light.
Seen the light?
Yeah, seen the light, yes. My Frigidaire door was stuck. When I opened it, I seen the light.
You two seem to be getting along fine.
Yes, I'm very proud of Alan.
Hey, everybody out of the house?
Why, what's wrong?
Everybody out of the house.
What's wrong?
Baby's got the measles. The joint is contaminated.
Baby has the measles.
Well, how do you know? Are you a pediatrician?
No, I got a car. I never walk.
Dear, what's going on?
I put ketchup on the kid's face to make it look like the measles. It's just ketchup.
Ketchup?
The poor baby. Look at him, covered with red dots. I'd better get a doctor right away.
I'd better go and report this to the Board of Health.
Yeah, everybody out of the house, out of the... Zero, it's working.
Alan, I came over to get my baby.
Your baby?
Yes, I came over to get my son. My little son.
Mother! Here I am.
Alan, I want... Oh, there he is, my little boy.
Zero. Wipe the baby's tears. His measles are running into each other. Do something.
Measles? Look at this stuff. It's ketchup.
Oh, my poor baby. What have they done to my poor baby?
Your baby. So this isn't my grandchild.
No, Mr. Titten Pepper.
Alan Young, you make my blood boil.
Anything you say. You get a pan and I'll boil it.
Alan Young, come here.
No.
Well, now that everything's okay, I'll be running along.
Officer, don't go. Don't go. Arrest Mr. Titten Pepper for murder. Arrest him for murder.
Well, don't be silly. I can't arrest him for murder. I've got to have a corpse.
Come back in 5 minutes. I'll be waiting.
Alan will be back in just a moment. If someone in your family is suffering from a cold, get a tube of Minute Rub and let this really modern chest rub give quick relief from cold discomfort. Just rub Minute Rub on the throat, chest, and back. In a minute, Minute Rub's soothing menthol vapors begin to clear that stuffed feeling in the nose and throat. In a minute, Minute Rub starts to bring a feeling of warmth and relief to those tight, sore, aching muscles. And listen, here at last is a chest rub that's greaseless and stainless. Disappears like vanishing cream and can't stain clothes and bed linens. So get a tube of Minute Rub and get relief from that annoying cold misery the modern way. The greaseless, stainless Minute Rub way. And now, here's Alan.
Thanks, Jimmy. Friends, next week we'll have the pleasure of welcoming Ed Gardner, Archie of Duffy's Tavern, as our guest. During the week, please remember the two fine products that bring you this show, Ipana for the smile of beauty and Vitalis for well-groomed hair. Ipana, Vitalis. Until next week, then, this is Alan Young saying good night.
This is James Wallington to remind you that Alan Young can now be seen in the 20th Century Fox picture, Margie. The Alan Young radio show is written by Al Schwartz and Sherwood Schwartz. The part of Hubert Updike is played by Jim Backus and Zero by Charlie Cantor. The music is by George Weil and his orchestra. And remember...
We'll be seeing you next Friday, everybody, everywhere, at this time and on this station with a big hello by air. For Ipana, Vitalis, new products you should know on the Alan Young Show.
This is NBC, the National Broadcasting Company.